Hello students of class 7th. Let us continue our chapter Human Environment, Settlement, Transport and Communication. In our first module we already done this part of the chapter, that is the settlement, and in this second part let us do the second part of the chapter, that is the transportation. Students, if we see earth, then there are three major domains of the earth, as you all know: the lithosphere, that is land; the hydrosphere, known as water; and the atmosphere. And this is how there are different mode of transportations. In lithosphere, the main is roadways, next railways, and also nowadays pipelines is one of the main transportation we see in land area. While in water, inland waterways means where we use water in the river areas or in those areas which are covered with land like lakes. And the next one is the overseas, means the waterways which we are using to connect one part of the country to another country in the sea area. If we see air, then we can classify air into like this: domestic airways, and the next one is the international. On other hand, airways which are public comes in public sector, and which are coming in private sector, that we will discuss in this chapter. So let us continue our chapter with land. Land transportation. Here we classify land transportation first into roadways. This roadways is the most common mean of transportation which we are using from or since hundred of years. There are two types of roadways. The first one is known as the metalled, or we can say pakka road, and the second one is the unmetalled, or we can say the KUTCH, kacha road. Basically, pakka roads or the metal roads are found in the urban areas, and now maximum part of our country is well connected with metal roads. The best quality of this is that it provide door to door service, means the road is connected with the door of the industry, and the product with the door of the consumer, means the product goes from the industry to the products where we use roadways and does not take help of any other means of transportation. The next one is that it is somewhere a cheap source of transportation than railways and airways, good for less distance, and less amount. Means the roadways is good for using for less distance with less passengers and less amount of products. The next one is the railways. But before doing railways, let us see that how many types of roadways we found in India. Obviously, the first one is expressways, a very good quality ways which are found in maximum part of India now, like for example Yamuna Expressway from Delhi to Agra, the Golden Quadrilateral which connects Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai and Kolkata city with each other metropolitan cities, and the next is the East West and North South corridors. They all are the expressways with best international qualities. The next one is the national highways or NH. This NH comes under central government and maintained by the Central Public Work Department. The main target of NH is to connect the main cities and the connect each states with each other and their capital also. The next one is the SH, that is the state highways, whose main aim is to connect state's capital with each district headquarter, and it is maintained by Public Work Department. District road, it is come under the command of Jila Parishad and financed by state government and maintained by the Public Work Department. And then comes the other roads also, like colony roads, and one more road is the border roads. These roads are found in the Himalayan regions and maintained by a special force known as the ITBP, that is the Indo-Tibet Border Police. Now let us come to the next means of transportation, and that is railways. If we come to the railways, then the main credit goes to railways to Britishers. They start railways in India in the 19th century and other 19th centuries. At present, we have second largest network of railway in Asia. Opposite of roadways, it carry heavy good for heavy good, long distance, and more passenger or people. There are three types of railways. As we all know, the first one is the narrow gauge. Now these narrow gauge are found only in the hilly areas and used for tourist purpose, like the Pathankot Joginder Nagar toy train, Kalka Shimla toy train, New Jalpaiguri to Siliguri Darjeeling toy train, and the Nilgiri toy train in Uti. Next one is the meter gauge and broad gauge. This broad gauge is the international standard, with the distance between both of the track is 1.6 meter. In world, we see some large railways. These railways are known as intercontinental railways, and they are known as intercontinental railways because they connect two corners of a continent with each other. For example, Trans-Siberian Railway. This Trans-Siberian Railway connects St. Petersburg, which was known as Leningrad also, to in East Vladivostok in Russia. And except this railway, Trans-Canadian Railway, the Trans-Australian Railway, and the new recently made railway in African continent from Cape Town to Cairo. The next mean of transportation is waterways. The water transportation. Now the water transportation, first one is inland waterways. This inland waterways is used rivers and lakes in an area. India has three national waterways. First from Haldia to Allahabad, second from Sundarban Delta, which connects Guwahati to Bay of Bengal, and the third one is in Kerala from Kollam. The next one is the overseas. The most important means of transportation, connect two countries with each other. It is the cheapest mode of transportation. There is no need to make any kind of railway network, track, roadways or runways, etc. 80% of world trade are doing by using this water transportation. So nowadays water transportation itself a very important part. Port is an area from where it start, ships comes or load materials and go to another port. Sea routes and oceanic routes are mostly used for transporting merchandise and the goods from one country to another country. As I said that these routes are connected with the ports. Some of the important ports of the world are Singapore, Mumbai, New York, Los Angeles in America, Rio de Janeiro in South America, that is in Brazil, Durban, Cape Town, etc., Sydney in Australia. Water transportation. If you see water transportation, the first one is we classify it like this: domestic transportations. In domestic airways are those airways or airlines which are running in a country's boundary only, while international is the second one, are those types of airways which run from one place to another place in a different country, means they connect two countries with each other. On the other hand, they are of two types: the public sector like the Indian Airlines and Air India, and on the other hand is the private sector or private lines airlines like Jet, Sahara, Kingfisher, etc. If we see another some other characteristics, then they are the fastest mode of transportation, but the negative point is that it is very expensive. The good thing is that the only mode of transportation which reach to most remote areas. Another type of transportations in another type of transportation comes helicopters. They are extremely useful in most inaccessible areas and in the time of calamities of for rescuing the people and distributing food, water, clothes, medicines, etc. Some of the international airports of the world are Chicago in America, New York also in America, London, Paris, Frankfurt, Cairo, and in India, Delhi and Mumbai, etc. So this is how we done the means of transportations today only. Any kind of problems of doubt, then you can definitely send your comment to me. I will definitely reply you. So this is how we complete this transportation part of our chapter, and in the next module we will do communication. Any other kind of problem, you can also visit to my blog, which is bipindogra.blogspot.in. Thank you.